What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Watch and Cut Gear channel. And today we're going to be talking about an Emerson knife. Now, I'm a big fan of Ernie Emerson's stuff once in a while. He's been coming out with some really cool stuff this last year. And we've got a really kind of cool and very special knife. I actually got this a while back. I just haven't had a chance to do a video on it. But I thought I'd kind of like, yeah, I would.
Would you like to see?
Yeah.
Here it is. This is the Soulbreaker SF in Magna Cut. This is serial number 49. Yeah, this one's a pretty low production number because there's not actually really that many of these. I think it's 263 if I remember right. So what this is not a catalog knife. You cannot go to the website and order these. These were a one-time run and done kind of deal. And where these actually kind of came from is from the EKOG group on Facebook, which I'll show you right here. If you guys like Emerson Knives, I highly suggest you jump onto that group. Although Emerson's are not my favorite knives, by any means. There's a lot of stuff I like better than Emerson Knives, but I do like Emerson Knives a lot. But it is absolutely like my favorite knife group on Facebook out there. The people on the knife group at the EKOG group are just absolutely awesome people. They're always having a good time. Their posts are always going wild. They're really cool people, and they're always very positive and encouraging, and makes the hobby fun. Like, I've actually like made friends with Brian on there, and we started talking about other stuff, like he's a competition shooter for pistol, and I'm just getting into that. So I thought that was kind of neat. So it kind of made a lot of friends in that group. And of course, you know, Edwin is another big one that I've been friends with for years. And so a lot of these guys, these OGs in the Emerson knife kind of community, spent a while trying to get a knife done just for the group. This is what ended up coming out of it. This is the Soulbreaker. There's, I'm sure, other videos. I think Edwin's probably done a couple videos on these. But yeah. This is the Soulbreaker and the EKOG group only kind of knife. So it is 263. It's marked on this one right here. You get CPM Magna Cut, which everybody loves. And it's kind of cool. Has this really cool Japanese tanto with this top spear point style swedge up at the top. But it is, as you can see, a chisel grind. So it's completely like flat on this side. There are no bevels or grinds. There's just a tiny like micro bevel at the edge just for cutting. But yeah, this is your true chisel grind knife. Now, this is something that Emerson does a lot of. That is, you'll find a lot of chisel grind knives with Emerson knives. These are fully made in the good old US of A. Fuck yeah! What you gonna do when we come for you? And you can see it's got titanium liner locks like your traditional Emersons. They have the flathead screwdriver with the little tiny Phillips. I don't love that at all. And then, of course, these pocket screws right here, along with the kind of a Benchmade style bent clip. Again, not my favorite thing. But the knife overall has a beautiful like handle design. It locks into my hand very nicely. It's got a lot of good positive like pressure, like right where you need to index the knife. So I do like that. It does act like a nice guard right here where you have your index finger guard. So you get good grip and you don't slip forward if you're trying to kind of like penetrate material.
That's what she said. Oh, that's good.
Which is neat. And you've got your sharpening choil. So you got nice, neat terminal edge all the way at the end. The grinds look good on the edge. They all look nice and even. There's nothing weird going on there, which sometimes with Tonto blades, you'll get like sometimes a little bit around this, but then you'll get a sharp grind right here. So they did a good job to kind of make sure it's all nice and consistent, which is cool. So you got this super steel, you got this kind of like super thick G10. It's not their regular like stuff. This one is actually a little bit more, it's definitely a lot more grippy. It's almost like stippling on a gun. But these are kind of like this new, like thicker, heavier duty type handle material that I've been seeing them do on a few knives. Now, I'm not really like for the thickness of the G10. I wish it was a little tiny bit thinner, but overall, you know, it does make the knife slightly more comfortable, to be truthful. You got a nice amount of chamfering on the edges here. You got your traditional stainless steel or perhaps maybe titanium barrels. Not sure what those are. I'm assuming they're going to be like stainless steel. And then you got your stop pin right there. So pretty simple standard knife design. I really like this knife just because it's a group that I'm really fond of. And I've bought a lot of Emersons because of that group. I'm not really like super into Emersons, but I still have yet. I've bought, I don't know, I think I've like 12 or 14 of them or maybe, yeah, and that's a lot more of those knives that I carry than most other brands. The only other knife brand that I have a lot of is like Spyderco's, you know. I have a lot of those, and but other than that, I do kind of have a lot of Emerson knives because I love the people, I love the environment. And I'm not gonna lie, the knives are pretty sick. Like, I like the knives, they're awesome. But compared to some other stuff, I mean, it wouldn't be like my top choice always. So just because it's kind of like, it does what it advertises, but it's just very plain Jane, and it's some stuff is just not super exciting for me. It's just like this super tactical tool. And sometimes I love having that on me, and sometimes I just want something a little bit different, you know? So anyways, this one's got a really cool thumb disc to complement the knife group. This comes from Kalis Customs. Oh, it's not even that straight. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, originally I actually bought this disc with the Kalis Custom like little wave that he added on them. Unfortunately, it didn't fit the knife. So I actually didn't even really carry the knife until I got this thumb disc, just because I felt like, you know, it just all matches with the EKOG group stuff. And yeah, the action on the knife, it's nice. It's his typical, you know, I hate calling them plastic washers. They're something else. They're impregnated nylon washers or something like that. But the action is great. Lockup is perfect. You know, you got a little extra jimping here to access the lock since it's like submerged in there, which is cool. So overall, the Soulbreaker. I think the name of the knife is a bit cheesy, to be honest with you. The Soulbreaker.
Not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay.
But, you know, whatever. The knife looks pretty badass anyways. So big thanks to all the guys in the EKOG group that made this happen. I think that this is a super good looking knife, and it's super special. And it's probably something that's going to stay in my collection even when I decide to thin it out.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Very, very cool. So if you guys want one of these, I would suggest you get into the EKOG group and start meeting people, start posting, and then perhaps maybe, just maybe, somebody's gonna want to let one go. They are pretty cool, they're pretty special. I don't know, I think they're gonna go up in value a little bit, you know, since they're a community only knife. But, you know, it's not something I would put my savings towards or anything like that. Very nice. traditional Emerson knife as usual. American made. That is super cool. I love that. And they're right down the street from me at work, so I can stop by and pick up my knife every time I order one. So anyways, that'll about do it for today. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them down below. Please hit the bell icon so you can be subscribed, and also hit the bell if you want to be up on the latest and greatest of what I'm doing and posting. As for now, this is Alex from the Watch and Cut channel, out for the evening.